right. Off we go. I have no idea what this episode's going to be this time. I know we kind of ended with a little understanding between Sam and Conan. Say you should learn to take responsibilities for your own failures. Wow. I didn't think they would.
Good to see you here at the Ride. Tickets, please. Does that mean the arcade has just opened? Let's see how many coins you are taking out today.
Opened. Thank you.
Is this your first time on the Ride? Welcome back. We all had great fun with you last time. As a reminder, here are your buzzers. I am required to inform you that this is a non-profit fan project in no way associated with Jackbox Games.
And we'll sue. Sue you for what?
Good luck on your ride. Meet you at the bottom.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide. This episode of The Ride is sponsored by 911, when your life is in crisis, but you could really use a good Cabernet. And now, please welcome a man who's played these games before you were conceived, Sam Feely.
Hey there, welcome to the show. Sorry to hear about your recent stick-up, but this floor is full of crooks and thieves, so keep your wallet in your front pockets and don't go wandering into any questions by yourself at night. Please remain seated and keep your browser window open for the duration of the game because there are no emergency exits on the Ride. Now's the time to hit your buzzer. For your consideration, what's the worst that could happen and other famous last words? Suppose you're enjoying a lovely day at your local zoo when an alert sounds on the PA system and a staticky voice announces that an ape has escaped from its enclosure. If it turns out that the announcement meant to say that an apiarist escaped from its enclosure, what's the worst thing that could happen to you? Pollen allergies, paper cuts, bee stings, or an ice cream headache?
I believe that would be bee stings.
An apiarist is another word for a beekeeper. Well, this question really hits home for me because I am deathly allergic to beekeepers. Hit your buzzer to set the value. And I wouldn't complain about it. Here's the category. Achtung! We're rocking and we're rolling. Based on the meaning of the word in their language, how would a German most likely perform the Heimlich maneuver? Save someone from choking in their home, prevent asphyxiation with a run-up, clearing someone's airways while wearing a helmet, or helping someone breathe but secretly.
Heimlich.
The word Heimlich in German means secretly.
Oh.
Because nothing's more secretive than forcefully squeezing some unsuspecting stranger against your dick. How much is this one worth to you? Buzz in and... Kinky. All right, here's your category. Who wants to go on an organ shopping spree? Here's the pitch. If you needed a heart transplant stat, and I know I did at one point, which animal would offer the most selections? A hagfish, an octopus, a horseshoe crab, or a blue whale?
I think that would be an octopus.
You're wrong and you smell like ass.
Wow. The
eel-like hagfish has 4 hearts, the most of any animal in this group. Now on to the next question. Stat. I've always wanted to shout stat like that. That'd stop the presses, further proving that everything I've done and experienced in my career and life is inextricably...
You kind of take the impact out of shouting stat if you ramble on for 5 minutes afterwards.
Shut your mouth, stat! Pick a value, any... Vroom vroom, darling.
roadkill.
You kids know what you're doing, right? Buzz in on the item that matches the pair of clues.
So.
And if you figure out the final bonus question, you'll take home some serious moolah. All right, lights green, floor it, mate. James Bond author Fleming and actor McKellen.
Ian.
Catholic hymn Ave Blank and the Sound of Music protagonist.
Maria.
Science Fiction Awards and fashion designer boss.
Hugo. Ian Maria Hugo.
Altered minor scale and the picture of blank gray.
Dorian.
Score. NBA legend Jordan and pop star Jackson.
Michael.
Score. Sullivan's partner and comedian Gottfried.
Gilbert.
Academic higher-up and 50s heartthrob actor James.
Dean.
Now it's time for the bonus. What do all of the correct answers have in common? Are they all ambulance models, artists with disastrous careers, 911 Lone Star characters, Category 5 Atlantic Hurricanes, FEMA board members, firefighters made into statues, 911 Lone Star characters? You're all wet.
Oh.
Yes, sir. They're all Category 5 Atlantic hurricanes. Well, if that wasn't a perfect storm of idiocy. Hey, don't let it get to your head. There's more work to be done. Buzz in for the buzz. Here we have... This is only a test of your patience. Even though we're a computer game, we're required to do regular tests of our emergency broadcast system. Unfortunately, the alert tone button in this booth is broken right now, and all I've got is this compilation album of animal sounds set to music. Okay, so because it's the loudest animal of the 4, which of these tracks should I use for our emergency broadcast system test? Pimpin' Pistol Shrimp? The Bottlenose Dolphin Bop? Rootin' Tootin' Rooster or Screaming Pia? Does Pharrell Williams? Wow, we really did used to be a proper country. Cockadoodle, no. According to the U.S. Office of National Marine Sanctuaries, the pistol shrimp, or the snapping shrimp, can produce sounds as loud as 210 decibels, more than any other animal in this group. Okay, now remember, this is only a test. Oh, God! Whoa, sorry about that. And those crustaceans have one filthy mouth on them. Okay, friendo, how much? And we call this one... The best defenestration is a good O-fenestration. Based on my scant understanding of human history, if we the people are going to start riots in order to force societal change, we need to bring back defenestrations while we're at it. Uninstalling a program from which of the following operating systems would most closely match the definition of defenestration? Windows, Macintosh, Android, or Ubuntu? No. Oh, and one more thing. No. Defenestration means throwing someone out of a window.
Oh.
This is already a common practice. Whenever I buy a new PC, the first thing I do is defenestrate Microsoft Edge.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, buzz in. Lentils be lengthificator. Oh, God,
Gibberish
no.
question.
Do you think God stays in heaven because he's afraid of what we've created on Earth? Well, now that I've got that out of my system, here's your real gibberish category. Janitors paid in billy goats. Scared money don't make money, so buzz in quick if you want to win big. All right, crack your knuckles and tell me what common phrase this gibberish rhymes with. Shop, mop, and troll. And much like male nipples, the punctuation does not matter.
There you go.
And like all emergencies, you may think your clothing will never catch fire until it actually happens when you least expect it. That's why my entire wardrobe is made from 100% asbestos. Thanks, fanatics! Something, big bucks, no whammies, yada. Now approaching our next stop. I'm literally on fire. Oh, we're gonna ride the stop, drop, and roll train all the way to the station, huh? Alright, choo-choo, motherfuckers. Which of these tortured cries for help contains an example of a glottal stop, drop, and roll? Yelling, call 911, I'm on fire, and rolling on the ground. Yelling, uh-oh, I'm on fire, and rolling on the ground. Yelling, oh no, I'm on fire, and rolling on the ground. Or yelling, ah, I'm on fire, and rolling on the ground. Wow, thanks, I hate it. A glottal stop refers to words and phrases where your airflow is interrupted between certain syllables. Uh-oh is one of the most famous examples of this speech pattern. All this time I thought glottal referred to the pile of goo you become if you immolate yourself. Hit your buzzer and let's... Nothing to sneeze at for sure. Now take a sniff of this category. Stop, drop, rinse, and repeat. Oh, good. The drop question. Christ, this round couldn't be more predictable if Michael Bay was directing it. I'll drop it like it's hot. Who are you most likely to see performing a stop French drop and roll? Luciano Pavarotti rolling on the ground and screaming, Simone Biles rolling on the ground and screaming, Julia Child rolling on the ground and screaming, or Penn and Teller rolling on the ground and screaming?
French drop.
Can you not, and then can you continue to not? A French drop is a sleight of hand technique used by magicians to disappear small objects like coins. Not that you're going to hear much screaming from Teller, though. Now, who wants to guess what the next question is going to be about? NFL rushing records? The capital gains tax? Skin diseases? The Second Anglo-Burmese War? The possibilities are endless!
Okay, we get you.
Okay, how much money? There's our money, and here's our category. And now the inevitable roll question. Thank God we're almost done with this. Which of these is not an example of stop, drop, and drum roll? Stop, drop, and closed roll, stop, drop, and stream, stop, drop, and double stroke, or stop, drop, and drag? Giggity. Closed roll, double stroke, and drag are all types of drum rolls. Did I say stream? No, I didn't. Closed roll, double stroke, drag, stream, however, all things that sound dirty but aren't, but definitely also are. Rise and shine, millennials, let's get this bread. Oh my God! Respiratory failure! There's no pulse! Get me a clue! Stat! Is there a doctor in the house? Not me, just a lowly bachelor's in journalism. Now let's make some music.
I need a doctor. After this particular one, I would be witch doctor, surely, right? Dr. Roberts. Calling Dr. Olaf.
And that's the game. Let's see your final score.
Barely positive.
Until next time, kids.
I need a medic. Stat! That concludes this episode of YDKJ the Ride. Emergencies! I could use one I think I got one myself. My brain seems to have stayed at work today. We shall see you. Be sure to like, subscribe, and spread that word. We'll see you next time here on Tickets Please. Gaming is at Arcades Now.